What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of Don't Keep Up with the Joneses. 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 What's up, beautiful people, to another episode of Don't Keep Up with the Joneses. It's your boy Rick Jones Jr. and I am here, as you all saw, with some very vital and necessary safety drilling precautions. Now, the reason of this video is because I have, of course, been doing different pallet videos, pallet builds, and things like that using my drill, both regular drill and my impact drill. And I've been getting remarks. I've been getting comments about, Ricky, your safety isn't taken into consideration. And of course, my lovely mother will let me know when, Ricky, you're not doing things too safe. And I also had some, like I said, other feedback to say, Ricky, you need to watch it, bro, because you could lose a finger and things like that. So I thought making this video, setting aside this weekend to talk about safety. This video is going to be about drilling, and then I'm going to do a video on tomorrow talking about saw cutting with reciprocal saws, table saws, circulating saws, those type saws, safety, okay? Miter saw, the saws that I use, we'll do some safety touches on that. But this video is all about drills. So of course, as y'all know, I have my impact drill and I have my regular situation drill, right? So I went extreme with this drill because this was the bit that I was using that I got the questioning, hey bro, you need to watch out. So I have some safety things. I did my research, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to let you know I will do better, okay? First things first, I will do better. Second thing is for sure, we're gonna do better together. So if there are some safety precautions that I do leave out in the midst of this video, please drop below in the comment section, because we all want to be safe, we all want to do better, and we all want to have all of our ligaments at the end of each and every project. Okay, so safety precaution number 1 for this video: make sure you don't wear loose clothing, because loose clothing can get in the way and could take away from the safety of your operations, okay? So you make sure you want to do that. Step number 2, if you are using corded type drills and things like that, do not hold your drills by the cord. It's just not safe at the end of the day. I do use things that are battery operated, so I don't really have those problems or things like that, but I don't know what everybody else is using. Therefore, if you are using things with cords, don't hold it by the cords. Also, another tip that I learned is when you are carrying these tools up and down ladders, do not hold them in your hand while you're going up the ladder. Just look at how unsafe this is. I feel unsafe sitting down with it. I can only imagine what it's like going up a ladder with it. So they say it is ideal to put your tools into buckets and then take it and travel up with the bucket, or ideally somebody would hand it to you, okay? Also, while you're drilling, ideally you would like to use safety goggles, which I do have. And you know, you want to put your safety goggles on, things like that, go and grow from there, so nothing comes back at you, things like that, hit you in the eye, none of that stuff, okay? Also, you want to use drill bits that are not what's the word when it's it's worn, but there's a word for it, stripped. Woo! Stripped. I really don't use that word in my vernacular. However, stripped is the word that you don't want to use drill bits that are stripped, because it will make your job harder, which will allow for you to have to work harder, which could lead to unnecessary problems and complications, okay? Speaking of problems and complications, you do not want to use your drills, things like that while it's raining, because things could slip. And in the midst of you drilling, it could slip and boom, hit your finger. And you don't want that. So if at all costs you do not use it in the rain and things like that, you do not want anything slipping, okay? Also, another tip, now I tried to number it from the beginning, but obviously I'm just going and flowing. But these are things that not only you can learn, but I can learn and we can recall before we do any type of operation or project, okay? Another tip is that you do not want to operate these drills while intoxicated, okay? Or under any influences of any narcotics, whether it be legal or illegal, okay? Don't do it. Safety's first. Be in your right mind when you're out here doing your projects. Also, speaking of right mind, you don't want to do these things while you are sleepy. Wait till tomorrow, okay? I don't care if it's a paid job that $100 million is on the line. Go to sleep, okay? go to sleep. Take a penalty. If $100 million on the line, take a $1,000 penalty and get back to it the next day and you'll be okay, okay? Don't be sleepy. Take your time. Don't be sleepy. Don't be in a rush. It's honestly not that serious, okay? Your health is way more important. Also, another red flag I would like to call out that came my way is when I was like drilling toward my hand. Okay, there's no battery here. So this is kind of like safe but unsafe if you do it with a battery. Okay, so you don't want to like drill towards your hand because at any time you could slip. Anytime you could drill through. Anytime the nail could go through. Anytime those things could take place and your hand is on the receiving end. You do not want to do it. Ricky, you do not want to do it. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. You should always drill towards something. Make sure your force is on the bit to keep it nice and firm, keep it straight. Make sure you see that tightness. My mom gave me a compliment in my other video. Your arm should be tight. You see that? It's just all muscle just going into it in the direction in which you want it to go, okay? Because you don't want to slip, you don't want to lose anything. You all know as you're drilling into your pallets, drilling into your wood, you can get some resistance at times, but with a nice clean grip, you know, going into the direction you want it to go in, you won't have that problem. Make sure your hand is not on the other end. Make sure it's a nice solid surface that you're drilling into. Now, if necessary, you can use clamps to hold your piece of wood or metal or plastic or whatever you're drilling into safe and firm and secure so that while you're drilling it doesn't slip, okay? I did have videos where I was drilling into PVC pipe, which is around it, so at any time it can roll and go. But at the end of the day, I had it secure. I had it and I drilled at the top of it, okay? So make sure that part is taken care of. Now, when you're drilling into like plastic, which is like very easy to drill into because it'll go right through, make sure that you're drilling away from your hand, away from your body, even if you need to drill. Like maybe you could just use a knife for that, okay? And then there's safety precautions with that. But make sure those things are taken in account of. Now, I feel like I said everything that like jumped out to me. And more importantly, I think I said like everything that I did not do, okay? I can be honest with you all. We growing together at the end of the day. This is like that sit down, like, you know how you get in trouble and your parents are like, hey, take a seat, we need to talk. I feel like this is what this is, but at the end of the day, I'm now taking ownership of my faults, okay? I'm righting my wrongs, and I pray and I hope that as these people from all around the world, as the flags are dictating around me, as we're watching this and learning this together, we won't make these mistakes. Also, another thing I want to say, thank you, as it came to my remembrance, you do not want to like when you're drilling and your bit is still like spinning, you don't want to just like wave it around. Like, no. Wait till it finish its cycle before you move it, okay? And make sure you keep an eye on your tools. Don't go all willy-nilly just moving stuff without looking at what you're moving and where you're going with it, okay? Make sure you have an eye on it. Make sure you know where it's going. Make sure it's stopped before you move it because you don't want anything to go awry in the midst of your project, okay? And I feel like that was like the other one that I was like, oh my gosh, that's a very good tip because things happen, okay? Maybe I did it, maybe you've done it, but we can say we know better next time, okay? At the end of the day, these are my tips when it comes to dealing with your drills. Again, be safe, have all your ligaments, pay attention. Your family wants you safe, we want you safe, I want you safe. And so if anything, learn from my mistakes. If you see any mistakes in any of my videos, let me know, okay? I'm so willing to do better. I'm so open to learning. I'm looking forward to growing because I'm not just growing, but all of the subscribers, all the viewers are growing too. And speaking of, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe, hit that like button, click that bell notification when you are aware of another videos, which next week is going to be phenomenal. Even tomorrow with more safety things is going to be phenomenal. But next week, 2 phenomenal things, one for inside, one for outside. Like I'm still flowing with that inside outside vibe, but next week you want to be here, and make sure I'm using all my safety precautions that I'm talking about in the midst of all of my different projects going forward, okay? I know I can allow you to hold me to it. But anyway, beautiful people, I love you all. I love you all. Stay safe, not only from the corona and things that's going on in this world, but stay safe when you are in your own world, in your own bubble, in your workshop, or wherever you're putting together your wood projects, your pallet projects, your pallet ideas. And until next time, I'll see you, beautiful people. Peace.